We have some huge leaks to go through here for Treyarch's next Black Ops game, campaign, multiplayer, and most importantly, some zombies info here. Zombies Chronicles 2, a Shadows of Evil reimagined map, and much more. Be sure to subscribe for more content videos like this. We're on the road to 110,000 subscribers on the channel. Really do appreciate the support, guys. Let's get straight into this here. Shout out to the Gaming Revolution for these leaks. I'll leave a link to them down below in the description. First here for campaign, not much info on this. A lot of this really isn't surprising whatsoever, but let's just go through what we have. Direct sequel to Cold War, set in the Gulf War around the 90s, early 2000s type of vibe there. That was already rumored and leaked out last year. That's, again, not surprising whatsoever. We have the same characters returning from Cold War for the most part. Mason, Woods, Perseus, etc. In some type of way, they will be involved in this game. That's, again, not surprising at all. That's really all we have for the campaign right now. It's really hard to figure out what the campaign's truly going to be about, but, you know, we already kind of know this info there. So, again, nothing too surprising. Now, multiplayer is very, very interesting, and of course, we'll get to zombies later on. Timestamps are down below if you want to skip around, but there's a lot of good info in this video, so I would stay tuned. But first here, we have multiplayer planned to just be 6v6. On this point here, I'm not mad at that, of course. That's the traditional way of COD MP. Although I'm wondering, are we not going to see any type of ground war mode or fire team? Is that not returning here? Or even, we recently had a 12v12 playlist added to the game. That's a ton of fun for Vanguard MP, not the best COD. But what they did right, in my opinion, was their combat pacing, where you had the same map, but you could do 6v6, 12v12, 16v16, and you could make the maps more hectic if you wanted to, and that was really good for especially the large maps as well, to where a large map with 6v6 didn't play that well, super slow, but that same map with 12v12 is a lot more engaging and a lot more fun. So I do kind of want to see maybe Treyarch have their own 12v12 playlist in their MP, just to keep things interesting, fast-paced, if you want to have that option. Now, for the most part, Treyarch does tend to have smaller MP maps for the most part, so I feel like that's not going to be as big of an issue, but we'll see very soon. This is pretty early information, of course, so we'll see. Let me know down below. Do you want to see bigger playlists? Do you want to see ground war? Stuff like that. The second point here is very interesting. I did not expect this at all. Time to kill, TTK, similar to Black Ops 4. This is crazy because Black Ops 4 had probably the highest TTK out of every Call of Duty we've seen in the past. Kind of wild here because I feel like the overall trend the past couple of years, you know, really since Modern Warfare 2019, has been faster and faster TTK. I know IW has always been known for just faster time to kill overall. Treyarch has always had a slightly slower TTK. Cold War, I know, was a lot faster than Black Ops 4, but definitely a lot slower than MW 2019, slower than Vanguard, slower than MW2. But I just didn't expect them to go back to a slower TTK. I thought the trend nowadays on the new IW 9 engine, whatever we're at now, is just faster TTK. That's what everyone likes. That's what IW's making. That's what Call of Duty wants all of the games to be like. They want everything to be similar with Warzone as well, to keep that consistency across games. So I just didn't expect them to go back to a slower TTK. And I'm super excited for that because I always like going back between different styles of COD MP. I'm playing a new IW game, I'm getting a faster TTK. I'm getting their style of MP. I'm going to a Treyarch game this year, I'm getting a slower TTK. I'm getting their style of MP, so I like the difference year to year. Now, Black Ops 4 had a really slow TTK. I don't know if I would want it to be that slow, but maybe a bit faster than BO4, a bit slower than Cold War would be a really good sweet spot for Treyarch's next MP. Let me know down below. That could be just a personal preference of mine, but I just thought that was super interesting. I think overall, though, most people are in agreement that right now MW2's TTK is just way too fast. So if it's any slower than that, I think that's overall a W for, you know, the next Black Ops 2024 MP there. Now, also, we have sliding present in the game. Potentially dolphin diving will be there, not confirmed. That's, you know, obviously not a big deal overall. Will slide canceling be in the game? Probably not. Will sliding be OP? I don't know. It might be a bit better than what it is in MW2. They really nerfed the movement in this game. I don't know where Treyarch's going to go with this tier. Are they going to make it a movement-heavy game like we saw with Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone 1? Will dolphin diving be a crutch? Will it just be not as useful? Kind of like in this game right now, where in MW2 MP, you know, it can be used in a good situation to get out of a line of fire, to just get away from an area, but it's really not used that often. I don't know, we'll see very soon. Interesting stuff there, nothing too crazy. And attack sprint only lasts a few seconds, so you don't really want unlimited attack sprint there, or you don't want that happening too much. I mean, it's not a big deal overall. As long as the base movement speed is a bit faster, then I'm fine with that, because right now, again, with Modern Warfare 2, I feel like your soldier is just very heavy, you move super slow, and that really sucks on larger MP maps. So for Treyarch's MP, I'm already expecting smaller maps overall. Maybe that's not as big of an issue, but I definitely want at least the base movement speed to be a little bit faster there. We'll see very soon. Now for zombies here, here's where it gets very interesting. We have Outbreak and Onslaught returning, which is obvious. Several leaks about this. Definitely a ton of fun. Outbreak was a ton of fun. Onslaught, which is zombies on the multiplayer maps, ton of fun as well. Although for the most part, that was a PlayStation exclusive. Hopefully, it's just for everyone, all platforms. Definitely want to see that there. Of course, we're getting round-based, so, you know, don't worry about that. They're not going to just focus on Outbreak and Onslaught. We're getting round-based, but the keyboard's kind of broken here, so the spelling's kind of off, but Outbreak will have more than 4 players, which is really, really cool. We talked about that in previous videos. Actually, back during Cold War, I made videos. 2021, we were saying Outbreak, like a grief type of mode on Outbreak where it's 4v4 and you're fighting to complete the objectives as fast as possible. Whoever completes the objective first moves on to the next map, and then they get points and stuff like that. Just an expanded version of grief with Outbreak. That would be so sick. I mean, we had 8-player grief back in Black Ops 2. We had that all the way back then. So if they could at least bring that to Outbreak in some type of way, or even grief as a mode with 8 players, that would be fire. Can't wait for that. We have the Dark Ether story continuing, which I thought was pretty obvious overall. That's really not surprising there. And we have more difficult Easter eggs returning. That's also not that surprising, although I feel like they're not going to be as difficult as what we saw back during like Black Ops 3, which I'm fine with. I don't necessarily want more difficult Easter eggs, because sometimes, you know, when it's way too difficult, it's just not fun. And Treyarch did release the data, or there was some data that leaked out that said that most people, like 95 or 99% of people, didn't complete the Easter eggs, which is kind of crazy there. And you do want the Easter eggs to be easy enough for a lot of people to complete, but also difficult enough to where it's an actual fun grind and a fun Easter egg to do, and it's kind of rewarding to get it done, and it doesn't guide you too much, but maybe guides you a little bit. It's a very fine balance to figure out what a good Easter egg is and what makes a good Easter egg. Obviously, people have so many opinions on what their preferable Easter egg is. Obviously, the hardcore zombie fans want the most difficult, craziest Easter egg of all time. The more casual zombie fans don't really care as much. Again, I'm in the middle. I definitely want them to be a bit more difficult than Cold War, but not too difficult. Nothing with puzzles or crazy Morse code stuff, because really in a gameplay, when you're playing a zombies map, I don't want to do Morse code. I don't want to translate different things on the internet, and it's just not as fun. I want more difficult in-game challenges, like a cool boss fight room, stuff like that, where it's more gameplay focused but more difficult. I think that's better than all of the puzzles and Morse code, kind of the stuff we saw back during BO3. So again, we'll see very soon. Now, some more zombie stuff here, which of course is very cool. Zombies Chronicles 2 is finished and was supposed to release with Cold War, but moved to COD 2024. Crazy stuff there, and I'll just end it off here. Shadows of Evil Reimagined. So that is crazy. Again, overall, Zombies Chronicles 2 was supposed to release all the way back in Black Ops 4. It didn't happen. Of course, Treyarch had to work on Cold War instead. They had to scrap their second year of BO4 DLC, and that was that. Cold War, it probably could have released, but Treyarch probably had to work on Vanguard zombies at that point, and they were spread thin with working on ranked play, and, you know, they work on MW2, they work on all these games, so they had to scrap that as well. But finally, for Black Ops 2024, they have a bunch of years of actual good development. They are still working on ranked play, but I think they have a lot more dev time here. There's no They're doing well, so they have more time to actually give us ZC2. I don't think it's too surprising to see ZC2 here in this leak. I don't think it's surprising at all. I think ZC2, it was going to release eventually, and it's been a while, but it's finally time here for 2024's COD. So definitely excited for that. Of course, ZC2 are the 3 maps that haven't ever been remade or remastered in Treyarch Zombies: Transit, Die Rise, and Buried. I mean, can't wait for those maps to return there. I personally have so much nostalgia with those maps. I love BO2. I love the aesthetic of those maps, the atmosphere, the feel. Everything was so fire. Those may not be the most perfect maps. I mean, Buried, people like that map, but Transit and Die Rise are probably one of the most hated maps. I like those maps. For whatever reason, it just, I feel the vibes there, especially Die Rise, as I said in previous videos. The soundtrack, the atmosphere, the noises that you hear, the look of the map is just so unique and cool. So I can't wait to see that return. And let me know down below what other things you want to see for ZC2 in the next Treyarch game. I'll be sure to put your comments up in a future video. Do you guys want the maps to be expanded, remade, reimagined the same exact way? What improvements would you want to make to those 3 BO2 zombie maps? Let me know all of your comments and ideas down below. I'll be sure to put them up again in a future video. But also here, we have Shadows of Evil, the first BO3 Zombies map, the launch map for that game, reimagined. So not a remake, but a whole new look and feel off of Shadows of Evil, which I think is so fire. I mean, believe it or not, Black Ops 3 has been out for so many years now. What is it, like 7-8 years now? So these maps are old, and these maps could easily be remade. Not just Shadows of Evil here, Rise and Rock. I mean, I don't know if they would remake Zetsuba no Shima, Garada Krovi. They're not going to remake Revelations. That's just a map of remakes, but that could easily happen. So for them to pick Shadows of Evil, I think it's fire. Could they easily do Rise and Rock as well? Reimagine, not a remake, but a reimagine of that. That would be sick as well. I think people would definitely love to see that there. And again, it's been long enough. So if they pull through with this stuff here, ZC2 maps, some BO3 reimagined maps, again, we talked about Origins as well, potentially coming back, just another iconic map we already saw in ZC1, but it's just one of those maps that you would want to see return. If they pull through with all of that content, while also giving us uniquely made zombie maps as well, I don't just want all remakes, same goes for MP, I don't just want all remakes, but if we get this content here, that would be so sick, and I feel like it would make for a really fun zombies mode in 2024. So again, I'm going to go through more in depth on different ideas, theories, other leaks and rumors we have for zombies in specific ZC2, you know, what maps could be expanded upon, reimagined. Let me know down below again all of your ideas, comments on, you know, Shadows of Evil, Rise and Rock, how would you want those maps reimagined? Again, I know that they're going to focus, they're going to give us new content, they're going to give us a new uniquely made zombies map at launch, they're going to do it. But if we get that alongside of a remake as well, every update, every season, we get one new uniquely made map, one new remake. If we get that, that would be insane. That would be so fire. I mean, can't wait, man. So I don't want to get my hopes up too much here. Again, nothing is confirmed. We're still pretty early out. Anything could happen, anything could change, but it's definitely very exciting to talk about. So again, let me know down below your opinions on this. Be sure to subscribe for more update videos like this. Shout out to YouTube channel members as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.